Preparations and rehearsals take place in the Riverside Church in Harlem, New York, for the launch of Healing the Race, the Human Race, a global movement presented by the Community Healing Network. Guests appearing at this event will include Dr. Maya Angelou, rap artist Common, broadcaster Tom Joyner, and singer Red Hurley.
Oh Lord, my God, when
Red is honoured to be invited to perform at this event and in front of Dr. Maya Angelou. He has been uplifted and inspired by her poetry and writings, as she has by his music.
The works thy hand.
I had heard of Dr. Angelou. I had very, very little experience of what she had done or anything about it. I knew she had done something for the inauguration for Clinton.
On the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's eyes and into your brother's face, your country, and say simply, very simply, with hope, good morning.
My Savior God, to thee, how great thou art, oh how great thou art.
I heard Red Hurley in North Carolina, and he was visiting, I believe, and I fell for him. There was a celebration for my birthday.
Every time I met her, I found myself more and more interested and engrossed in what she had to say.
Deep River was a song that Dr. Angelou suggested to me.
All the time they were trying to cross the Mississippi. And so Deep River, it is very difficult, but don't you want to go? Don't you want to cross over to Canaan land?
I want to cross over, how I want to cross over.
The lyric is so thunderous. And I loved hearing Red Hurley sing it.
I wanna cross over into campground. Deep river, deep river. Ooh.
Tonight's event is designed to promote emotional healing and renewal for African Americans. The Community Healing Network helps dispel the myth of black inferiority and promotes intra-racial healing and interracial reconciliation.
I am so proud of the men who I asked, would you please come and help me to talk about the launching of the community healing the race, the human race. I spoke to Tom Joyner. He said, I can't do it. My queen, my darling, I said, oh, please. He said, okay. I said, but we need you. He said, I'm in, I'm on. Count me, yeah. I talked to Red Hurley in Ireland. He said, I'm in. I'm in. I want the world to be healed.
There's a great parallel between the Irish history and the African American history. The Irish American suffered greatly hundreds of years ago. The population was decimated from 8 million to 4 million. The Africans, as you know, were enslaved and brought to America. One route, we came another route. We came because we had to leave.
They were escaping the racism which had separated the country and the brutality of the potato blight which had assailed the country. Many of the Irish were segregated here racially, and there were signs: no niggers and no Irish allowed.
So the Irish had their own share of struggles and came to America and made it the hard way, just like the Africans. They came to America a different route, enslaved, and eventually I think they have proven themselves to be a wonderfully talented people.
Each House of the Congress of the United States has explicitly acknowledged that African Americans today continue to suffer from the effects of slavery and Jim Crow through, and I quote, enormous damage and loss, both tangible and intangible.
You're no good. You're a thug. You'll never make anything of yourself. How many times have we heard these words? How many times have we said them or words like them to ourselves? Well, I'm here to tell us all tonight that they're not true. They're all part of a myth about our inferiority. A myth that still binds us like the chains that enslaved our ancestors centuries ago.
I was just blessed to be able to go to the African American National Museum in Memphis, and I got to see, basically our history, African American history, and I really gained even more appreciation for who we are as a people and where we come from. And that experience made me feel like that we as people need to take time to learn who we are more. And kids, shorties, we got to take time to learn who we are, because if we know who we are, we can move forward with pride and with love and self-love.
It is said that some people are born great, others achieve it, and some have it thrust upon them. The greater the human being, the more humble the human being. A great human being has not only no need, no way of being proud and disdainful. A great human being recognizes that there's no one above her and no one beneath him.
Here to bring a word through song is someone who may be new to the United States, but in his native Ireland, he is a national treasure. And he is also a close friend of Dr. Angelou and has come all the way from Ireland to entertain us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Irish tenor, Red Hurley.
You shall cross the barren desert, but you shall not die of thirst. You shall wander far in safety, though you do not know the way. You shall speak your words in foreign lands, and all will understand. You shall see the face of God and live. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest.
Let us not live so long we are unable to do something generous for mankind.
Be not afraid. I go before you.
Nor should we live so long we can forget that this is the best we can be. Each one of us is the best the human being can be.
Red